What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CryptidCast, the show where we talk about cryptids. Today we're talking about Captain Marvel and our thoughts on that. Alright?
Totally not a cryptid.
No, we're like, this is like episode 5. We've done like 2 unreal cryptids so far, so we're good.
Christmas episode, Cryptid.
The Grinch, yeah, that was great. Okay. Alright, before we get into Captain Marvel though, we gotta do a quick update on Thunder the Bleacher Creature. Alright, so literally nothing has happened since the Christmas episode, Thunder the Bleacher Creature. Still missing. UND is still pushing that stupid hawk mascot. We gotta have all hands on deck here to find Thunder. We need everybody. I'm thinking search parties.
You know how much budget cuts gonna happen because about like what happened with Ralph Engelson, right?
Yeah, no, that's the thing though.
Hashtag fire the one guy. Mark Kennedy.
That's my thinking though, Joey, is because if we can get Thunder the Bleacher Creature back, it will show those older donors, like the Ingolstadt family, that hey, maybe UND is coming back into that same line of thinking that was doing them well before, instead of just moving straight forward into this hawk stuff, you know? There's some potential here, Joey. I can tell you're a man who really likes to search for Thunder. You're a big Thunder enthusiast. So yeah, I'm glad. You were the one who contributed like the can of soda, $25 reward to anyone who has information on the whereabouts of Thunder the Bleacher Creature. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's get right into Captain Marvel. Alright? So pretty good movie, huh? Right?
I thought it was a solid B+.
B+? Plus?
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah. It was a good movie. Like, I thought like...
It's a movie.
The movie, like as a movie itself, I mean, it wasn't like anything spectacular, but like it was like
mid-tier.
Yeah, it was consistent with I think a lot of the quality of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining movie, just something fun to watch.
I had more fun at Thor: The Dark World than this.
Okay, honestly, I don't think Thor: The Dark World is that bad. Like, people say it's a bad movie. It's not that bad of a movie.
Like
You also hate Ragnarok, though.
Yeah, I do, and I'm not the only one.
I feel like Captain Marvel. I mean, like Marvel has kind of this formula going on, and it works for them.
But again, each franchise has its own sprinkle of uniqueness to it.
That's true.
Captain Marvel doesn't have anything.
I agree with them.
I'll give it. Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
Guardians of the Galaxy has the best type of sprinkles. It's like, oh, wow, this is unique. It's fresh tasting. While Captain Marvel thought, well, we could try to do that. It's like, you used diet sprinkles rather than the sprinkles itself. Even though some people would like the diet sprinkles, the majority of people don't like diet sprinkles.
I think the majority of people like the diet sprinkles, though.
It was entertaining enough, but I agree with what you're saying though. It's like a lot of these like different franchises go for different aspects. Like the Spider-Man went for more of that like coming of age story type thing, like that approach sorta, and like just stuff like that. Where like each franchise.
I think they kind of tiptoed in trying to do something with it, with like Captain Marvel and like Nick Fury with like a buddy cop thing going on, but they didn't like go all the way with it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, it's like Captain Marvel. Like, we all know that she's an Air Force pilot, but it's like you really want to do a buddy cop thing, you do like a duo superhero, not like Captain Marvel teaming up with Nick Fury and explaining all this asinine bull.
I saw a big criticism that was coming from the whole, like, I don't know if it was a big criticism, but it was a criticism of the fact, like, at the beginning scene when Jude Law and Brie Larson were fighting at the beginning, and they were like, just fighting with exposition. I rewatched the movie 2 times, and I didn't see really any exposition in there. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a different kind of exposition, but I was like, they weren't really, like, pushing the plot along. They were kind of just, I mean, sometimes there was exposition, but there wasn't, like, bad exposition. I don't know.
To me, that entire like that first part of the movie before she got to Earth was just kind of boring. It kind of just drug on. It wasn't really that interesting to me.
It was like what happened at the end of Captain Marvel, what she was doing with Jude Law. Just dragging it.
Because she was dragging his body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, I honestly like the first.
We already spoiled
half-
everything for you folks. Sorry.
Well,
you came to hear a review of a movie.
Oh yeah, spoils.
Yeah. Luke Smith, another shout out for you.
But
no, the first half of the movie was. It honestly didn't have me in the first half. And once she got to Earth, it started kind of going, but
Eh,
it was kind of a rough beginning. Honestly,
It was for me. It was like nothing but a huge. Yeah, we yada yada yada. Check mark here, check mark there, check mark there. It's like we're just wanting to go see. Oh, I'm like, whoa. Okay, raise your hands. What were you more excited for, Captain Marvel or Avengers Endgame?
Well,
Endgame 100%.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Always,
yeah, but you can't really compare the two when there's like Endgame is kind of a culmination of 10 years of like build up, or Captain Marvel is just
The explanation of the 10 years of build up.
I don't know if it's an explanation.
not
of
really.
time.
It's
It's just more
a
build up.
piece
Is-
of a puzzle.
Yeah.
That really, the puzzle piece really.
I will say, when
What,
that
from another-
Tesseract,
it was from
Tesseract first showed up, that got me. I really
Yeah.
liked that.
No.
Yeah.
I was watching a movie with a person that isn't a very big fan of the movie, and she was like, "That's that one thing
Yeah.
that one movie." I was like, "Yeah, it is." I liked it.
Well,
Yeah.
There was some
It was cool.
special effects that weren't great, like when she was falling. That was I was like,
yeah, no, I saw something on Twitter about that. Like, someone was like, "Oh, that is not great graphics," and then someone else said, "Oh, how dare you insult that?" I was like, "I'm just criticizing what I saw on the screen."
But there was like that was the only bad like CGI I saw in the entire movie. Like, I don't know what else to point out from like.
Honestly, I don't even notice that kind of stuff that much.
Yeah.
Like, even like, I know the joke is like the rhinos and Black Panther and stuff. Like, when I was watching the movie, I didn't even like.
Those
pay
were pretty
attention
bad
to
too.
that. Like I can go back and I can look at that stuff and be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's bad. But like, when I'm watching it, I don't care about
Yeah.
that stuff. It's just like.
It takes me out of the moment. I think 100% the CGI in Black Panther was way worse than the CGI in Captain Marvel.
But again, this is the most divisive Marvel movie ever.
Can you check its cinema score?
Sure.
Seriously, my fucking website's god damn it.
I just want to see what its cinema score is.
But again, there's a clip on a very, like, people like Red Lantern Media, a lot of people do, and they pretty much gave the 2 minutes exactly what Captain Marvel is. It is just another stupid Marvel movie. You can go enjoy it, but it's just a stupid Marvel movie. Don't put it on a pedestal, don't throw in the trash. It's another movie to get through the day.
I think a lot of people like those like stupid Marvel movies though, because I just like enjoy seeing them. Like they're just fun to watch, and like they're like I don't go in expecting it to be some cinematic masterpiece with some like beautiful story or whatever. I expect it to be entertaining and just fun to watch for a couple hours, and that's always what it's been for every single one of them.
But again, you can't do what people kind of meme about. Like, you just shut up and enjoy product, and then wait for next product. We're not cattle. Like, would you agree that we're not cattle?
When you say
But you shouldn't tell someone what they can and cannot
Yeah.
enjoy.
We're not. We're not.
Like, I
I'm not
love
saying
this.
I'm
I love
not
doing
saying that, but we're not saying don't make it like a fucking golden calf. You get what I mean?
I don't think anyone's saying that it's like the best of the best
The
that there
best,
is. I think people are just going into it like it's fun.
No,
Yeah.
people are going to say it's the best movie of all
But
time,
again-
but the majority of people are not saying it's the best of all time.
Yeah.
Most people, I'm assuming, are saying mid-tier, pretty solid.
I
B+.
mean, how many people are you hearing? Are you just listening to that?
like you go into these movies and you know they're going to be better than like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Like you know they're going to be there's a quality threshold and they meet it every time. It's not the
Well-
greatest movie of all time,
Well,
but it's good enough. They're
so
consistently good. They're
you
consistently
do put it,
entertaining.
then you do put it on a golden calf. Then you are saying that because like
I'm not saying it's like a masterpiece.
Right now, okay. What would I rather go see? Aquaman or Captain Marvel? If Aquaman was back in theaters, what would I rather go see again? I'd rather go watch Aquaman, even though they had that awkward moment when you hear Pitbull singing Africa.
I'd rather go see Captain Marvel, honestly. I saw Aquaman once in theaters and I was like, good enough for me.
Well, sure, fine.
But I'm really pumped up for Shazam. Shazam, I think, is probably going to
Okay,
knock both of them out of the water.
Let's say it's a couple weeks later. What would you rather see? If you already saw both of them once, the DC Captain Marvel or the Marvel Captain
Most
Marvel?
likely this one. I haven't seen this one yet, but like once I see this one, I'm guaranteeing I'm probably going to like it more.
But again, I mean, I hope for Marvel to make a good animated movie that is, somewhat in the Marvelverse. I mean, we were all like, you enjoyed Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I love Spider-Verse.
You enjoyed Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse is amazing.
Sure. It's a pleasant surprise to hear that Marvel finally did at least a good animated movie. But every single time, they usually fail. I mean, have you seen the next Avengers? Not like Endgame. No. It's literally called the next Avengers, and there's a bunch of kids.
Oh, that movie was bopping back then. Though. When I was like 10 years old, give me some Next Avengers.
But again, look at it again, and you'll be like, oh, wow.
I can already tell you I'm not gonna like it, so I'm not gonna watch it again.
Exactly.
So, let's talk about the end credit scene. What do you guys think of that?
Oh man, that was. Wait, which one?
Well, let's talk about the cat one first, and then I'll go back to the real one.
The cat one relatable though. Like you have a cat in your life, that's the you see that and you go, get that cat outside as soon as possible. Like I hate.
Part of me was hoping that it would just be like a normal hairball, make the audience wait for nothing.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Joey? The cat.
I didn't care for it.
You can relate to it though. Like you can relate to the humor involved in it. Like,
Okay, related to not the post-credit scene, but just the cat in the movie in general was one of my favorite parts.
It was this typical, oh, look at the cute thing. Oh, it's not a cute thing. It's like, yeah, we get the joke. It's like...
I just like seeing Nick Fury with the cat.
That's pretty good. Nick Fury in this movie was really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then should we move into the mid-credit scene then?
Yeah, the mid-credit scene.
That one was so good.
That was crazy.
Sucked me right back in. I'm like pumped.
Yeah.
And I would like to shout shout out to like last year, not around this time, but like back in like early November. I was not excited for Infinity War at all.
I remember that. Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to come together, and then around January, I started watching this YouTube series called MCU in Review, and they reviewed every single Marvel movie going up to Infinity War every week, and it led up perfectly into it, and it just invigorated me into this universe and like feeling connected to it and like happy about it. And now let's get Endgame done, and it's weird to think because when Iron Man came out, I was in the first grade. And now when Endgame comes out, I'm going to be a senior in high school. Like...
Well, I mean...
That's like so much time like my life that it's just been a part of here. I can take it for granted because...
I mean, you're kind of the bizarre version of High Top Alex in a sense. Since, like, he also grew up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He thought this movie was just mediocre. Like, it's like, whatever. It's like... Yeah, I would be like, yeah, I didn't really grow up, per se, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because it's like, whatever, it's Marvel movies. I like DC a little bit more, and it's like, whatever. And like, the first movie I saw was the Avengers. I was like, wow, this is great, blah, yada, yada, yada. Now we're up to here. But, yeah, no, it's just because you say you grew up with it doesn't mean it's like, oh, and it continuously is like, oh, this is my childhood. It's like, well, we all grew up with something.
You know what? There's so much negativity in this video. Let's get some like positivity, like actually getting to talk about the nitty gritty and what we thought we liked about
Good vibes, guys.
Okay, then I'm done.
Joey, no.
There's nothing there, so that's why I'm leaving you guys to it.
No,
There wasn't anything, like, no positives that you liked about the movie?
Not really.
Come back here so the microphones can hear you.
Man.
Alright.
He's out.
He's gonna get some nitty-gritty. Sorry about the scrolls though. The scrolls?
Honestly, I kind of liked the switcheroo that
Yeah,
they did.
I really think that was... I'm also a fan of... What's the name of the... Can't think for some reason right now. The Iron Man 3... Mandarin. I'm okay with that switch. Bait and switch. But they've also set up the fact that the Mandarin is still well and alive in this universe and that they were just taking a fake name. It is... But I think the scroll switch was really interesting. It's
literally what everyone judges every Disney anime movie for the longest time.
I liked it because I felt like it was different for Marvel movies, where like
That the bad guys are the good guys?
Yeah, like
You
it's
mean
just-
like Yondu?
It's a perspective thing. Well,
Yondu was never the actual bad
guy.
guy, though. He
Yeah.
was just like a kind of a side bad guy that was also a good guy the entire time.
I liked seeing like our protagonist that we were following, Captain Marvel, where she like lived her whole life thinking she was on the good side, and then she got this new perspective where she was like, "Hey."
You mean like Winter Soldier? And in Civil War?
Civil War was more the Avengers fighting each other.
Yeah, but you know who the real bad guy was, right? It was Zemo.
In Civil War?
Yes.
Yeah, there was no bait and switch there of him being the bad guy or the good guy.
He was the good guy.
And then there was no real bait and switch in Winter Soldier because they set it up pretty much immediately that the bad guys were S.H.I.E.L.D.
But they were Hydra all
But they got to
along.
reveal Hydra, but that's not the same thing as the Skrull. And I think the Skrulls were really funny, actually. That was...
I think another good thing about the Skrulls is I've seen like a lot of discussion going up to this movie that like, you know, what if one of the heroes we liked was really a Skrull all along?
Yeah, like
and this was a great way to avoid that.
Yeah.
So like there's no question like
And also-
no, Captain America hasn't really been a Skrull this entire time. Like you
Yeah.
can't like use that argument.
I think, what am I going to say here? There's still room for bad Skrulls. Plenty of room for bad Skrulls. I just think that it was good to have like good Skrulls that are like cool and interesting. And they're funny. It's
Yeah.
simple as that. I really enjoyed them. I
Yeah.
thought
Such provocative.
What's the other one?
What?
Kree?
Kree, yeah. I'm blanking.
So,
It's
such-
because like you're kind of framed to be like, hey, Kree is bad, but then when you start this movie,
Kree's good.
yeah, I didn't really think anything of it. I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, I didn't know Captain Marvel was
Yeah.
Kree, and then like it just went on, and I was like,
Well,
oh, okay.
The Kree aren't even like that like bad though either, really.
No,
'Cause,
but, like, that's the-
'cause I have like so much people reviewing the movie and they're like, Ronan was a member of the Kree army and stuff, but like he wasn't actually. He was like he'd gone rogue.
They said he's like a radical or something.
Yeah, radical, like
Yeah.
gone rogue, and that the government just wasn't going to do anything about it because it wasn't their problem.
Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of Ronan,
he
I
didn't
didn't
need to be in the movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't love his appearance.
You can eat him right out of it.
Yeah.
oh well, we just gotta do the reference.
I agree, Joey. It really did just seem
No,
like something they threw in just because like
And it's like,
might as well throw in like
Yeah.
the one
like
Kree.
you
know.
watch Earth's Mightiest Heroes, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and you know like the origin of Ms. Marvel.
I watched like a bits and pieces of it, but not enough to like know like the origins of each character.
Okay, so pretty much what they said literally in Captain Marvel is like, okay, but instead like Marvel was Jude Law.
I thought Jude Law was
And-
going to be Marvel in the movie. I was like expecting that.
That's what they had said going into it too. Like not Disney, but
I
like
don't-
that's what a lot of people had like speculated.
Yeah, and then I saw his name on IMDb was Jan Rog, and I was like, who the fuck is this Jan Rog guy? And then they revealed that
Whoever that woman was.
I know her name, but I can't remember it right now. But she was Marvel. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's a pretty cool switch.
No, I haven't. Like, okay, you know how first Captain Marvel died, right? Cancer. Like, and it's like, okay, and it's like, at first he literally gave his blood to Carol Danvers to save her life because like a Kree Skrull battle happened there. It's like, whatever, I gotta save this person's life, and whatever, she gained power, etc., etc. Later on, he gets cancer, he dies, everyone's sad for the longest time, and eventually they kind of accepted, yeah, he did. But making him into the bad guy was kind of like, as a guy who like understood and liked the original Captain Marvel, I find it a kind of kick to the face.
Jan Rog was in Captain Marvel though.
Yeah, he was.
No, because Captain Marvel was a different person. There was the scientist.
No, in the comics.
But this isn't. But what you're saying is you're mad that they killed the guy because you thought he was Captain Marvel, but he isn't Captain Marvel.
Like, it's kind of like how you just change a character and just say, oh, he's that character, but that character is this character. It's like, why did you do that? It's dumb. well, whatever. You just gotta fill that quota or whatever.
There's a version of Captain Marvel that is her best friend Maria, I think.
Yeah, she was.
No.
Well, it was
No.
her daughter. Her daughter
Yeah, no.
was Captain Marvel.
Monica Rambeau was the second
You're right.
Captain Marvel.
You're right.
And when everyone was literally cash cowing on one thing about Carol Danvers being like, oh, she's a female, it's like, well, technically you're not the first female Captain Marvel, and
I think it would have been really interesting had they done that version.
like,
instead
yeah,
of-
no, Monica Rambeau is way more interesting and way more of a hero. If you've seen her original comics, it's very good.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting version.
But no, we gotta do what modern Marvel Comics is doing. We gotta promote the hell out of Carol Danvers, even though she pretty much started Civil War II, and she kind of became kind of a dictator.
Okay, but she's gonna like single-handedly take down Thanos. Like she
That
is
would
the
be-
most OP
That's
character.
Okay, but that's the same thing Thor did. So I don't think she's gonna like. I don't want her to do it.
because that's something I agree with you.
I don't want her to do it either.
Congratulations
but I'm just
there,
saying,
Cameron.
like I think she's the most. I mean,
Well, I mean, the Russo brothers are saying that they want to give her a weakness, and it's like, why?
right now she has none.
That's a problem.
They
I
kind
agree,
of
I
set
agree.
it up in the movie that like her emotions were her weakness.
But then they switched it and they said that trying to be emotionless was her weakness.
Right.
It's so pretty much a big old
I feel like they didn't really like handle that part.
what's a schmuck.
No, they'll get to it.
Super well.
Like they'll figure it out.
I trust the Russo brothers to do this. Right?
Yeah.
Like I would be very surprised if they went and was like
But
Captain Marvel.
they're not gonna
Yeah.
make Captain Marvel the big bang
Squirrel
that
Girl.
saves the day.
Yeah, that Squirrel Girl. Like yeah.
But again, do you really want big old banana peel? Like, as much as I like Squirrel Girl, not her comics now. No, her comics now terrible. But you can't just put in Squirrel Girl and be like,
No, I'm not saying I want
If
that.
they
I don't
actually
want
did
them
that,
to do
if they
that.
actually did that, I'd 100% be with them. Like
No,
you
I
know
don't
what?
want them to do that.
I let them do that. If they were like
Well-
let's do it, let's go for it, I'd be like go ahead, all the way.
I wouldn't, because like the last time, I don't know, the earliest time I've seen Squirrel Girl in a media that wasn't in the comic books, as far as I can remember, was in the Fantastic Four cartoon from the 2000s. If you remember that.
Is that the cool edgy one with he had this
Yes.
switch and spiky hair?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was in the same episode that Jennifer Walters. No, wait, am I thinking?
I was
Jenny
totally,
Walters, aka She-Hulk, was in. Like, they had the tryouts, and it's like, oh look, it's Squirrel Girl, and they're like, no.
Did they ever gonna do She-Hulk in the MCU?
Well, after they kill off all of the characters, they're gonna reboot them.
Which
I'm just interested to see what's gonna happen after Endgame though. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, if you saw like what one of the movies is Shang-Chi, it's like, really? You're gonna do Shang-Chi? That's dumb.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I probably thought
it's
that.
like-
I think it's interesting.
I'd rather let them do their
I don't know anything
own
about it.
interpretation of Iron Fist. If you're gonna do a kung fu movie,
We already got Iron Fist, but they canceled that real quick.
Yeah.
Well, here's my problem with Iron Fist. They should have started with him training in Kunlun. Then he goes to the city, and then he starts fighting. But then, either way, it would have been canceled because we're Disney.
The show just wasn't good, and that entire universe was rough, and it wasn't getting views because it wasn't really good. Daredevil was the only good thing in the.
People like Punisher and Jessica Jones.
Punisher was good. Jessica Jones, the first season was good. The second season I didn't watch. Luke Cage was okay the first season, and then the second season I didn't watch. And then Punisher, I didn't even touch the second season.
But again, you're here, and the rest of the world's here.
That's how people feel about Thor Ragnarok, though. You throw shit at that movie all the time. I'm just saying
That's pretty. Yeah.
But again,
I'm just saying,
I said I think Thor Ragnarok's a shitty movie. I'm not saying.
checkmate. No, I'm kidding.
God, you're a dork.
Okay, so this still has nothing to do with Captain Marvel.
I think it's an interesting discussion we can have.
That's an interesting discussion too.
But again,
but
they didn't go for the whole, the Skrull and the Kree are both idiots because they want to conquer the freaking universe. No, we just had to be like, oh, the Skrulls are not that bad. It's like, do you realize that the Skrull... You doing something there, Cameron?
No, I'm just like looking at my
Under
chair.
your chair?
I want to hear what you're saying. I started listening.
Like, the Skrull and Kree are like eternally in war. Okay, you know that those famous two families down in the south that they just fought and everyone said, let them be.
The H and like D or something like Hatfields and McCoys.
Yes, but two idiotic families just shooting up each other, and it's like, just let them be. They're gonna kill each other. Who cares? And it's like.
But I thought the family story with the Skrulls was very touching.
To me, that's cheap.
Okay.
But again, if
you're right, Joey.
Joey hates family.
I'm not saying that. It's like, let's say
they did something that was unexpected.
You have a bunch of orcs who, like, yes, they are like, oh, we destroy and take women away from them, right? Like, but it's like, oh, there's this group of orcs that, you know, they're not so bad. It's like, yeah, but still, you guys are kind of in the war with the elves. It's like, we don't want any part of this.
I think the movie did well with showing the kind of gray area of war in general. Like,
I didn't see the gray area.
They should. A line from Talos was like, there's plenty of blood on both sides. Like, I'm just as much fault for what's happened here. Blah 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 blah. Like, they were showing that like what he did probably in the past wasn't good, and that this war is going to end in war. But at this point, they've lost, and they're ready. They're done with the war,
but again,
and they just want to leave.
Wouldn't it have been better if you saw the Skrull mothership holding the queen of Terran 4?
No, that wouldn't have been good.
Let me explain. And they go all out star battle, and then Captain Marvel and Maria Rambeau, like, they're both shooting shift, like this, like Star Fox and crap, just saying, hey guys, could you take this outside our fucking sector, because fuck you, we're Earth.
Okay, that would be pretty cool. I was like, fuck you, get out of here.
It's like, and it's like, no, to me it just showed, oh, the Kree are bad and the Skrulls are not that bad.
I think we're gonna get Skrulls that are bad. I think we're gonna get Secret Invasion at some point. I think we're gonna get. I'm pumped up for X-Men at some point. I'm really pumped up for Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, I think it's gonna be real.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why I'm except for Fantastic Four, but I am.
X-Men, I'm worried about that.
I think we've already saw this, that the dusting. There's been a mutant gene in some people, and that the dusting causes that gene to react. But there's also been some people that have already gotten the mutant gene. Like, we get some.
But then where were those people this entire time?
No, okay, the mutant gene's been developed.
I know that. No, we explained that. No.
I can explain all this to you. Let me talk. No,
so Wolverine. Where was Wolverine this entire time then, right?
Let me explain it to you, Samuel.
Where was Weapon X?
Let me explain it to you, and we'll get to this. Alright, so, we need two things for X-Men to work. We need Magneto and we need Professor X. They've got their powers. They've had their powers before the dusting.
Then why weren't they?
Let me explain it to you, Samuel. I'll get to it. We have the mutant gene in us. Get it? We all have the mutant gene. It develops in some people and it doesn't develop in some people. It's a very rare gene that the certain chromosomes, you know, the little like square boxes, you know those. We did those in biology class.
Yeah, I know that.
It's just the certain genes come together, some people's activate. So Professor X has his develop. Magneto has his develop, and they're together, friends, separate, blah blah blah. We have some more relationships with some other people, some other X-Men. I don't know who else to put in there in this list. But then the dusting causes that gene to work. Like everyone, the gene just causes the gene to react, and I don't know why. I don't get the science here. I don't know science. I'm not a biologist. But the dusting causes the gene to work. It jumpstarts the gene. So then you get a Cyclops that gets the gene now. and you get a gene that gets the gene now, and you get a storm that gets the gene now, and it's working, and they're having the powers now. This makes sense. This makes sense. This makes perfect sense.
These two are having conversations with the rest of us. I'm not very happy about it.
Well, it didn't involve. It did involve Marvel, right, McKayla?
Yeah.
See?
It's about My Hero Academia.
Yeah. It's something more interesting than the
Although
MCU.
But
it's
this makes-
inspired by like
Well,
DC and Marvel.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, but it has no relevance.
No.
This makes sense though. This makes sense.
Why wasn't Magneto in the Battle of New York or anything like that?
Oh, he's a fucking villain. That's why.
Why has he been up to then?
Okay,
No.
let's say he's in San Francisco. The Battle of New York happens. How is he supposed to get all the way over there in less than 2 hours?
Why was he there with Thanos? Why isn't he doing other stuff? Why doesn't S.H.I.E.L.D. know about him? Why doesn't all this
I bet they do. It's not like
Why hasn't he been anywhere before?
Why haven't we been
this,
time to talk? Why isn't the I don't know what to fucking say. So maybe she'll you work. Let's say you work for the CIA and you work in like the weapons division. You don't talk about Bin Laden all day, do you?
No, I get that, but like, why haven't we seen?
It's not. If
he's just been chilling out for a while, why don't we know about him yet?
Because he's been chilling out. It's
Why
not our
has he
problem.
just been chilling out? Why hasn't he been up to anything at all?
Because it's a movie, Samuel, and we need it to make sense.
What's the most important thing about Magneto's backstory?
Nazis.
And
I don't know how you're gonna do that. Maybe they're gonna do it. They're gonna figure out what the
they have to.
Like, I trust Disney to get this right, but at the same time, it's gonna be super hard.
It's super difficult, but you know what? Kevin Feige?
Yeah,
fucking
Feige's done
genius.
great.
No,
but
he ain't. He's
done great, Joey. What are you talking about?
Joey, could you do a better job than Kevin Feige? No, you couldn't.
Maybe.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you couldn't. His job is probably one of the I'm not gonna say it's the hardest job in the world because fucking he's not the hardest job. But
all his job is to not get caught.
doing what?
Well,
Finish the sentence.
No, finish the sentence, Joe. I want to hear what you're saying.
I
there.
finished my sentence. Just
No,
not
no,
get
no,
caught.
You didn't finish the sentence. That was,
No,
that was
no.
actually an incomplete sentence. I would know this because I'm in the college English class.
Nice.
You didn't describe what the subject was of the sentence.
Well, he's a producer.
Should not get caught doing what? I want to hear what you're saying. It's hear
Let's hear this.
It's important.
It's some more. I want to hear what you're about to say about Kevin Feige. What you're saying he's been doing.
Maybe what?
Telling people to do things that some people think is morally wrong.
Like what things?
Blow.
Blow.
like what? Like
Blow what?
like a
Blow.
like.
Blow what? Blow what?
There's
Seriously?
no.
You don't know blow?
There's like
No, tell me.
yeah. Explain what kind of blow.
Yeah.
Explain
No
the-
candy.
No skin.
That's kind of, what is?
Like what's the scientific name for it? Like what do they call
Yeah.
it? Like what's the scientific name?
Cocaine. God damn it.
Okay.
So you're insinuating
That Kevin
Feige's job is to not get caught snorting cocaine.
No, telling people to do cocaine.
Oh, telling people not get caught telling people to do cocaine. That's what you're insinuating.
This is slander, Joey. We can get taken off for this. Censor this entire thing.
Yeah, no.
Or put a disclaimer here saying that he's memeing right now.
You see that he's just a boy. He doesn't know anything.
I'm
I
actually
mean,
an adult.
he's not. Yeah, he is an adult.
I'm an
Number
adult
two,
now.
he's not the one insinuating that Kevin Feige is.
telling people to do blow.
Anyway, back to a movie that blows. Captain Marvel.
That was actually pretty good.
Yay!
Samuel, high five. That was a pretty good high five. That was a pretty good
One of
high
the best ones yet. Yeah.
But again, like there is absolutely nothing that I'm like, oh wow, that is interesting.
Okay,
It's like,
let's
nothing.
I'm gonna
It's
break
like
it
it is such a '90s fest. I'm like, I want to get off this crappy ride.
Let's break it down. All right, let's break it down.
Real quick, he mentioned '90s. That Radio Shack reference, I love that. That
If you little fact
Best part
about
of the movie.
Samuel, Samuel has a week in April called Radio Shack.
No,
The
it's just Shack Week.
Shack Week, where he wears a Radio Shack T-shirt every single day of the week.
I also go hold like little vigils at the fallen Radio Shacks. in
Do you
town.
actually?
Yeah, no, I go visit the fallen Radio Shacks and just like pay respects.
Okay, so let's break this down.
He has
now.
some interesting hobbies.
Okay, let's break this down though. So, what I think was great about the movie, or not great about the movie, but good about the movie, was for one, I think Brie Larson's acting was really good. Joey's willing to say that she didn't smile enough for something, I don't know.
What?
I don't know, that she didn't show enough emotion, but her character, her entire premise was not having
She was-
emotion. Or not
She was dull as a rock.
That's exactly what I was saying.
You were gonna call me a sexist, weren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh really? When you said the whole smile thing, that's kind
Did
of...
I insinuate that there was a reason that she was female that she wasn't smiling? Stop accusing me of things I didn't say.
Well, you can stop accusing me of things I didn't say.
I didn't. Okay, moving on. I think Brie Larson was really good. She's an Academy Award-winning actress. She's knows what she's doing. She's great in the
There's
movie.
another Academy Award-winning actor.
Who?
Kevin Spacey.
He knows what he's doing when he's acting.
Okay, I guess we're treading some very
Yeah, especially 9 Lives.
We're cutting him out. All right. Acting was good. I thought Nick Fury, Samuel SLJ, as some people call him.
Yep.
Very good in that movie.
Who fucking calls him that?
Ben Mendelsohn, oh my god, stole the show, I think.
That was
Ben
good.
Mendelsohn
Yeah.
was so good as Talos. I was weird that they pronounced it Talos because, like, I play a game called Skyrim and they pronounce it Talos. So I was like, Talos. But no, Talos. Just something.
He was great.
He was so good.
Yeah.
Because he always plays, like, the really, like, one-note villain that, like, who cares? One-note villain. He was in Rogue One, played the villain. What else was he recently in that he played the villain? That Robin Hood movie, he played the villain with the sheriff.
No one saw that.
No one saw that movie. But he, like, got to actually show off his acting chops more in this movie. And got to be cool Australian Ben Mendelsohn. And he was sipping that soda. I don't know, all of his lines, I thought his line delivery was really good the entire movie. And it really just stole the show. Goose was great.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography was really good throughout the movie. Some of the,
Okay, Joey, that wasn't appropriate.
What?
The cinematography was really good. The special effects were good, except for that one scene of the falling. What else? What else was good? What else? Anyone got anything else?
I like Phil Coulson. Could have seen more of him. He kind of just, it wasn't like
Yeah.
up to much. Just sort of in there.
The running in the movie, though. Did you?
Okay.
I heard about that.
Yeah. The running was not great in the movie.
I didn't notice it, and then I watched a review for the movie, and someone pointed it out, and then I saw it again that night, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is rough."
It wasn't.
But you know what? I don't know. Some of
fine.
them, I don't run any better. I'm pretty bad off on running. McKayla, are we ever gonna go work out?
I'm not.
We're gonna get a gym club set up, but then Sammy Boy dropped out on me.
You're welcome to come visit me on campus. That gym. You're gonna have to pay a hefty fee for the membership cost there.
How much is that?
Let's look it up.
No, let's do this afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
You said if we bought you pizza,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we would do it. You would
Yes.
come work out with us
Yeah.
and get swole.
Yep.
All right. So Sam, what did you like about the movie?
You're just entertained to watch. Like
Entertaining to watch,
I don't really care about like the story or stuff. Like I just, it just for me for movies, I'm like the most basic moviegoer ever. If it's entertaining to watch,
Yeah.
is all I care about.
What movie? We went to go see A Shape of Water last year. And you said you liked Happy Death Day more than
Yeah.
A Shape of Water.
Well, I hold that. Yep, I saw Happy Death Day 2. You like that
I did
more?
too. It's good.
It was good. It was like
Wait,
entirely
you
different
guys went
direction.
to Happy Death Day too?
No, that was
I
how
went-
you. We went
I
independently.
Independently,
Yeah.
I didn't see it with Sam. I didn't see it with Samuel. Sam didn't see it with me.
Yeah,
McKayla
no.
Baird didn't see the movie. She wasn't.
I didn't even see the first one.
It went in an entirely different direction. You know,
It went. But
as a movie, it wasn't great.
bananas.
But it was entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
It was like I had fun watching it. But like back to Captain Marvel though. Like it was a fun movie to
Yeah.
watch. That's all I like care about. It was fun to watch. It was like I thought it was cool like seeing like Nick Fury. I really like that Nick Fury like before he's been like doing this for years,
Yeah.
years and years. And it was just fun to watch.
How do you feel about the eye scratch?
Yikes.
It was good.
It was good.
It was like
Fun
entertaining.
Yeah.
Like his line, like I know there was like the line like last time I trusted someone I lost an eye or whatever.
Is he wrong? He trusted that cat.
I mean, yeah, you know, like it's just a funny joke. You know, like it's just a good movie. I liked it.
Okay, what'd you think?
I loved the cat, and I enjoyed the second half of the movie way more than the first half.
Definitely, yeah.
I liked the stuff on Earth with her and her best friend.
Yeah.
And I really liked that. Yeah, I thought the soundtrack was good.
Soundtrack was really good.
But I feel like it was some of the moments that they had the soundtrack in, where like there was that climactic battle, you know, where she was like in her
And they started playing Nirvana for no reason.
Yeah, that was.
You know what? I like that song though, so I'm not gonna complain.
I liked it too, but yeah.
And then the girls, yeah.
And I didn't like the one song that they had where it was like the I'm Just a Girl. That was kind of dumb.
I liked it personally. Personal thing.
I liked the song, but I felt like it was too kind of shoehorny.
Yeah. I thought the actual orchestral soundtrack was really good. It reminded me a lot of Blade Runner, and I'm always into the synth and the beating drums and stuff from that. I'm always a big fan of that, and it reminded I didn't exactly dislike the first act like most people did. I thought it reminded me a lot of Blade Runner, just like the flying round shots. The school when they were in the subway, I was really vibing with that scene. Like aesthetically, I liked that a lot. And like them talking, I liked Jude Law and Brie Larson's back and forth a lot. I thought it was really good. I didn't think that she was dull at all, unlike Joey.
I felt like sometimes I feel like they didn't know what to do with her character. Like, sometimes she was having that back and forth, and then other times it was like...
I think it's like a B+ movie. I think that they're finally figured out her character by the end of this movie, and they will have it great for Endgame.
Well, see, I'm curious of how it's going to be for Endgame, because Endgame was shot before Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So it's going to it might be a different Captain Marvel.
I think a lot of the best parts of Captain Marvel too are like her interactions with like Nick Fury and other people. So I think like with Endgame, when she has like those interactions with the entire team, that'll be really cool. I think that'll be like where she'll work best.
Seen the trailer because me and Sammy are going blind here, but I have heard there's an interaction or something between her and Thor that's kind of like whimsical or something. I don't know.
Sure.
I haven't seen the trailer, so I don't know.
Well, I was curious why they didn't have the trailer before Captain Marvel.
Like the new one?
The new trailer, because
it didn't come out till yesterday. That's why.
I know.
Well, why wouldn't they release it?
Why wouldn't you have it prepared? But I think why is because they wanted the hook of the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Where they're like, "Hey, Captain Marvel's here,"
yeah,
and then like they showed it in the new trailer where it was like, "Hey, here's some more of her," but. The one thing that I've seen pointed out, and I would kind of agree with, and it has to do with the new trailer. It's not spoilers, but it's not spoilers. Anyway, so in her appearance, she kind of has a different appearance in Endgame. Yeah.
But it's been like 20 years, right?
Yeah, but it was just like they like super dolled her up. They put like a bunch of makeup on her, and it's kind of meh.
Really?
How dare she wear makeup?
No, I don't know. It's.
Joey, what's your 2 cents about Captain Marvel?
It was just another boring, like it's not as insulting as Thor Ragnarok to me. However, like it's on the teetering of hate and it's like whatever. I don't care. Boring.
You're only borderline hate for this movie?
It's
not that bad.
They're legitimate.
Again, there's nothing that makes it interesting.
Does every movie need to be interesting though?
It was no X-Men 3.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah, no, I'll watch X-Men 3 over this.
Oh.
What?
Yes.
What?
X-Men 3, I tried watching it again.
It's so stupid.
That's a bad movie.
The entire X-Men trilogy. It's not. Don't go and rewatch it. I'm just saying, if you like it, don't go and rewatch it.
No, I mean I hate X-Men 3. That's one of the worst movies in my opinion. But
okay, if I had to say, I'd rather go see Thor: The Dark World over this.
I liked Thor.
I'd rather go see Iron Man 2 over this.
I also like
Iron Man 2. I like Iron Man 2 a lot.
Never seen Iron Man 2.
You never seen it? It's on Amazon right now. Amazon Prime if you want it.
I prefer Iron Man 2 over Iron Man 3.
I definitely would go watch
movies
I would go watch Age of Ultron twice. And still
just
be
watch them. They're good. Incredible Hulk, not bad. Not bad. Really good soundtrack. Really good. Edward,
that is the same opinion with me and Captain Marvel.
What else are we talking
back
about?
to my point. Goose, I don't care for Goose. It's a cat.
Yeah, and that already makes it 10 out of 10.
You just don't add animal. You just don't add animal to be like, oh, hey, it's a cat. And you're like, oh my god, it's a cat. It's not a cat. It's like
it's a flurker.
Flurkin.
Fuck.
And it's like, and the fucking teases of Nick Fury's eye was a big old, oh, it wasn't that. Oh, it wasn't that.
I
It was a goddamn cat scratch.
They only did one.
Fuck you.
Flirkin scratch.
They only did one tease with him getting
Twice, though.
Twitch. What?
The car accident.
But if you'd watched trailer for the movie, you knew that wasn't how, because he had the tape on his eye. Like, there was no.
No, it's like, oh, did he get injured from that? No, just got a thing from it. Did he get an accident with the car? No.
Wait, which one was? What's the other
When he
one?
discovered Phil Coulson was a Skrull. Like, shit!
So that was one.
That's one.
That was one.
That was one.
That and I think that was all one.
That's all one. 'Cause it's all
then there was the fight with Talos.
They didn't threaten his eye at all in that fight, though.
There was, like, I saw it today. There was.
You also thought there was no octopus, though, in Captain or
There was-
Aquaman.
There's a difference between when I saw it versus when I saw it today, Cameron.
There was I think it's on the Infinity War poster with Thanos. He has like a scar. And people were like, what if it's Goose that gave him that scar? And I was like, yeah, Goose.
Hashtag let Goose kill Thanos.
Goose is gonna kill Thanos.
But again, it's like, it's whatever.
At first I thought the cat was gonna be a
Scroll.
scroll, yeah.
Can you turn into a
That's
flying?
true.
Because they had him like in the background,
Yeah, that
being
makes
all
sense.
sneaky and
Yeah,
stuff.
can you turn into a filing cabinet?
Still, again, that was
I saw something
that was
online where people
typical
are going to be
Marvel
analyzing
humor.
every single file cabinet in every single MCU movie, thinking it's
But-
undercover scroll.
Samuel L. Jackson acted like Samuel L. Jackson. Maria, Monica, whatever, I don't care. Scrub family, don't care. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel was just Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddie have more personality.
Joe, I'm not saying you're a sexist.
No, okay, this is not going in.
But no, I'm not saying you are but I think there is 100% a thing where because she is
Catwoman was a more interesting female superhero movie.
I think it's 100% a thing where if this had been a male in this position,
I'd
he would not
still
be
the same.
he would not be receiving this flack.
No,
He would not be receiving this
I'll
flack.
agree to that. Yeah.
Because I feel like
you're assuming things.
No, I know what I am assuming things.
Was Doctor Strange smiling in his movie?
No.
Was he like happy, cheerful guy?
He
Was
made
was
jokes
anybody
In the
saying-
comics, no.
But in the movie,
She has a bigger hurdle to overcome.
To what?
Like compared to, like they said, like if a guy...
Save
Yeah.
the world.
No, like their public like perception of these characters.
yes.
Like no one was picking on Doctor Strange or Black Panther for not smiling enough. And
Okay, so you are, guys.
no, I'm not saying we're not implying you're sexist, but there is an argument that like a lot of this hate for that is very likely
You
motivated
know
by the fact that she's
what
a
the best thing to do when you hear a goddamn troll? What is it? Is it A, respond to them calmly, B, respond to them hastily, C, respond to them angrily, or D, none of the above?
But it's not just trolls. Like there's people who are like legit.
Yeah, those are actual trolls. Those are idiots. Don't respond to an idiot. Who is the big question is always, who is the real idiot? The idiot or the idiot that follows the idiot?
I think they're both idiots.
Yeah.
No,
in that case, by your definition,
Sam,
they're
what-
both idiots.
Who is the bigger idiot? The idiot or the idiot that follows the idiot?
What's the definition of idiot?
An idiot.
Definition.
Someone who is who is less of intelligence.
I only use Oxford Dictionary.
You don't use Google.
No, you use fucking Wikipedia.
So an idiot, a stupid person.
Congratulations there, Cameron.
That's the best definition ever.
So, okay then, McKayla.
Yes.
Who is the bigger idiot? The idiot or the idiot?
Where are we
that follows
going?
They're
it?
both idiots.
Where are we
Yeah.
going with this? This is
You know, I'm saying you gave us where I'm stealing this back. This is to me first.
Okay.
The bigger idiot would be
Yes.
I'll say the bigger idiot would be the idiot who follows the idiot because
Why?
by definition of idiot is a stupid person. But you'd have to have at least a little smart, be a little smart to be leading. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idiot who's leading is actually a genius in disguise.
You just
I
did
think
a
you should
perfect circle.
Lab
and,
on it.
no, see, you did a perfect.
Oh!
It's 2019. No one does a dab anymore.
Bottle flip.
There's too much water.
That's
Michaela, give Michaela her water back. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
okay. Back to my complaints about Black Widow, though. She was a very interesting character in Winter Soldier, and I feel like it has ruined her in Age of Ultron.
What was her characteristic?
You didn't know.
What was her history?
If you could let me explain myself, Joey, maybe I can tell you my points. Yeah. Winter Soldier, Black Widow. Interesting character because she plays a confident, dynamic character that you don't know what side she's on. Beginning of the movie, we see her doing her own thing on her own mission by Nick Fury. When Captain America's on his own mission with the UFC guy. I don't know. You'll get that. They're fighting, and she's doing her own thing, and the entire movie, there's a dynamic between the two where you don't know whether you can trust her or not trust her. And about midway through the movie, Captain America has to learn to trust her, and they become like very good. They're friends now. They can trust each other. They can depend on each other. They have to learn to depend on each other. And then we get thrown into Age of Ultron, and we're like, I'm a monster because I can't have babies. Like, that's not character development. They developed a really interesting character in Winter Soldier that isn't good. It's like she's playing different characters in every single fucking movie. Like, it's just the same character, like, straight up.
Overall, she's like, she's kind of dropped the ball with
she's
her
inconsistent in every single, like, there's no consistency with her.
Like, even, like, I don't want to go too hard on Infinity War with her because, like, there were a lot of characters to balance, and she's not even, like,
she wasn't even touched that movie. Like, I don't care.
She had a few lines. Like, she had that one scene with, like, the girls or whatever.
I didn't like that scene, honestly. That scene was really cringy to me. Like, I used to write fan fiction or, like, be a part of, like, the fan fiction. It's cringy.
What scene?
The one where it's like she's not alone. We're here or whatever. When they're trying to, when like one of the lady Thanos child is trying to kill Scarlet Witch, and then the Black Panther woman and Scarlet Witch Black Widow show up and like, but she's not alone.
It's like that exact same like line. It's like the exact same. It's like, oh my god! Like I watched, it, I was like, this is the worst line I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I did not like that scene. Like I'm all for like women power and because I like Captain Marvel obviously, but that line I was just like, man, I read that like 4 or 5 times in fan fiction.
There was a line in Captain Marvel. So right before she goes into like her superpower, like her
Super Saiyan,
and she gets into like the unlocked mode or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much missed that whole like transition scene.
Why?
Because there was a line right before that where she said, or someone said, like we're only human or something. Yeah. Well, then the song "We're Only Human" just started like playing in my head. Like I just looked over at my brother because I went with him, and we just like started laughing. So I laughed through that whole scene, and I totally missed like her Super Saiyan whatever mode, because I was just too busy laughing at that line.
Short story, short. Black Widow trash character, no consistencies between her and movies. It feels like she's playing a different character in every single movie.
I feel like she didn't need a romantic subplot.
Yeah, she didn't.
But if they did want to give that to her, it didn't have to be with Hulk. There was more developed people.
It really should have been 100% Captain America. I'm just saying, like, no, it.
Oh my god.
That's like straight up, like Joey. Like you constantly point to the comic books. In the comic books, it's her and Captain America a lot.
Even though he
and like what Captain America, who does he have now? That Sharon Carter or whatever. That's kind of like just awkward.
But that's kind of the thing. Like he doesn't have one because he still has Peggy. But like,
Peggy's dead as a doorknob.
And Peggy moved on.
Yeah, she married the guy. What if Peggy was a Skrull?
Speaking of this kind of stuff too, and tying it back to Captain Marvel, one thing I heard is like they didn't like try to shoe in like any romantic plot with Captain Marvel or something.
Yeah.
And like good for them. Like I mean because I know it's a big like criticism of a lot of movies like this where like they just like shoe in these romance plots and they didn't do that at all. So like props.
So I like about Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
so there's no like definitive
like Jane and stuff. Yeah.
There was what's her name? What was?
Oh, Valkyrie?
Yeah, there was kind of something there, but it wasn't like...
You could see them developing in the future.
Yeah, but it was like something soft. I liked it.
And I thought they had this is like not off, like not like in canon yet or anything, but like they had mentioned like maybe she's like bi or something.
Yeah,
Like they were like talking about stuff like that or whatever. So
Okay,
like,
they could totally raise like that daughter. Like if they did something with like her and like her best friend.
sure, like they whatever they want to do with it. Yeah, we're like way off topic now. I don't know where we're.
Okay.
All right, let's sign off.
Okay, we've gotten all over the place now.
I was gonna say it.
What do you wanna say? Something else like
Watch
Maggie,
this
please.
video get like
Yeah,
1,000 views.
Is it here?
I'm so sorry.
This video is not worth 1,000 views. If you're watching
Guys,
this, turn this trash off.
Go to episode 1. Go to Christmas Cryptids. That was our best episode.
Don't
Christmas
watch
Cryptids
this.
is so
Don't watch
good.
any of this. This is a terrible podcast.
Just trust us, guys. It's so much better than this normally.
This episode, we didn't make an outline.
We usually have scripts. We usually like have stuff we
Leave it on
like.
my face from now.
Our Infinity War review is much better than this review.
Yeah, trust us, guys. This is our audio is usually pretty good too, but someone keeps forgetting the microphone.
We talked about this podcast on Wednesday. I don't have school on Thursday.
And guess what? I told him about this last night. He went out for us and he watched the movie
I
just for us.
spent money on this.
Thank you, Joy. Joy, for once, you're the most committed person in this podcast.
You know what? I left the house for this.
Props to you too, I guess.
Thank you.
You didn't find any fan art for us this time, though, so
No.
it's kind of.
So your fan art is just as much a part of this audio business. Maybe we should just invest in microphones.
Why?
Considering we do a podcast like once every.
But if we're bringing it
5
back,
months.
right now,
We're doing another episode next week. We're gonna keep this going.
yeah,
Okay, so
let's go wrap this up.
So yep. All right. Final thoughts. Good movie.
B plus.
No.
Good enough.
Maybe just a B. I'll give it a B.
B. What's your final grade?
I'll give it a B plus.
Actually, let's fix this. 15 out of 20.
15 out of 20. Yeah. I'll give 15 out of 20. Okay, the 20 point scale.
15 out of 20.
15 out of 20. Joey.
C minus.
C minus. Well, okay. Well, C minus. That's basically like 70%. So that's like.
No, but no.
We're gonna convert this. So that's 14 out of 20, Joey. Is
No.
that fair? What would you say out of 20?
I'm not gonna give it out of 20. I'm
Out of 10.
going to say out of 4.
Out of 4. Okay.
Okay, out of 4.
No. 4 out of 10 then.
4 out of 10. So 8 out of 20.
8 out of 20.
Solid. All right. Thanks.
You are just really pissing on my parade then. Fine. 3.
Out of what?
10.
6 out of 20, guys.
Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in for this episode.
We'll be back next week.
We'll be back later. Please watch something else because they're so much better than this. Thanks for watching. See you later.
This fucking sucks.
Let's bring back Injun Joe.
What did this have to do with anything? You're friends with this man. What does this have to do with... Oh! Are you saying that stupid script thing I wrote